Hi, welcome to another episode on Sports Wave. Here, we are going to talk about another flamboyant, most promising, so to speak, Cole Palmer, certain Cole Palmer of Chelsea. So I'm here with Leslie to give us another insight on the rise of Cole Palmer and what makes of him, whether or not he's going to be the Chelsea's driving force. So please, before we begin, I would entreat you, our fans, to subscribe and like our channel, and please share and put on a notification bell so that you can stay tuned for more episodes. Leslie, welcome.
Thank you, Ken.
How has life been?
Charlie, we are managing.
You are managing, exactly. Yeah. You can't complain.
Life is rough and smooth.
Yeah.
That's still cool.
Yeah. My friends will say, you have a complaint, but when you complain, who will listen?
Who will listen?
No one will listen.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
And we are going to look at another very interesting, flamboyant, as I said, promising, so to speak, what class player, Cole Palmer. What do you make of him? What is your impression about Cole Palmer?
But do you think he's world class yet?
I don't think so, but I mean, just to hype or to up the hype machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of Chelsea, right?
Of Chelsea.
Okay, but I think he's a very good player.
Yeah. Just good or not excellent?
I think he's even exceptional.
Yeah.
He's moved from City to Chelsea. Most people even question his move. But why would Cole Palmer leave City to Chelsea? A Chelsea team, which is at the down 10, why would Cole Palmer move to Chelsea? But the points, I think he needed playing time to showcase his talent.
I do think he's live up to the billing.
Well, I think he has. Ken, we are. I think about 7 games to go in the season. 16 goals, 9 assists.
16 goals.
Wow,
Incredible.
that's remarkable for a very young talent. Who was a bench warmer at Man City, moving to Chelsea for those numbers in his first season. Okay, I can't speak highly of him.
So yeah, I think you are in the right position. Yeah, he's in the right position. But anyway, I kind of watched and read his interview after the Man United game. All right, and I think it was very incredible in the Man United game.
Exactly.
I sort of felt he's only a penalty scorer, but he was everywhere on the
He was a
pitch.
game changer.
Yeah, he was a game changer. In fact, he was everywhere. He was shouldering the team.
Yeah.
He was matching the team up front
Exactly.
against Man United. But he made a comment that he's never going to miss a penalty. Do you think it's an unfortunate comment? Is he ever going to miss a penalty?
I think.
And if so, is that going to take anything away from him in terms of the world class?
I think he's a young boy who's being very confident about his abilities as a penalty taker and as a footballer. But in another thing, one can say he's being overconfident. Football is football. After all, mention few players who has never missed penalty before. Even the Lionel Messi, the Cristiano Ronaldos, they all miss penalty.
The Balotellis.
At one point in their career. Balotelli, which other player? There are just few.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he's being overconfident.
Yeah.
But I think he's also someone who believes in is very confident about his abilities. I think Asana hasn't missed a penalty yet.
Yeah.
That's why he's very confident about not missing a penalty. And I think when you look at his attributes as a player, he's a very good dribbler. He's a good progressor of the ball. He's able to play in the tight spaces.
Yeah.
He can play on as a number 10. He can play on either flanks as a winger, number 7 or number 11. And can even play as a false 9. What's a versatile player?
He tracks.
Yeah,
back
so I think
well.
he's on the right trajectory. A very good player who would eventually become a world-class player with such consistency.
But do you think this current Chelsea team deserves him with all this attribute? Do you think?
Okay, Ken, Chelsea's a very big club. It's just unfortunate they are going through a downturn currently because of some decisions of the management and a change of ownership. But I think Cole Palmer is not bigger than Chelsea, so I think he's not above Chelsea. It's good we have such a young English talent even carrying the Chelsea team along. But it's been a while. The past Chelsea, they were carried by the John Terrys, the Frank Lampard. So if you watch the Chelsea teams in the past, they always have an English talent or an English spine in the team who in a way carries the team along, and I think that's what Cole Palmer is currently doing for them. So I think he's in the right place.
But do you think whatever he's doing is reminiscent of the John Terry's era, the Lampard's era? Because Lampard's era, they had a very, very good players.
Yeah.
Players who could turn up any day.
Exactly. So I think with that, the early days yet. So I think he will still need time. So let's give him time to develop. He's still a young guy. I think about 20 or 21 years. Yes. Yeah. So I think the world is ahead of him. He has a lot ahead of him. But he's a very good player.
But when we look at his numbers, he has 16 goals, right?
Exactly.
And how many assists? I think 9.
9 assists, yeah.
So that's incredible.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne's number.
Exactly, for a young player in the Premier League. This is his first season. What even makes it interesting is the Chelsea team is struggling. And most often in football, when teams are struggling, most players struggle as well. But I think he's the only player probably the shining light in the Chelsea team
Yeah.
because he's every weekend people were doubting his qualities. Why would Chelsea even go for Kupama? But I think he has been their best player so far this season.
But could it also be the case that in the lands of the islands, the one eye becomes the superior? I mean, paraphrasing that in the team of misperformers, it is easy for us to identify the best, as in the case of Kupama.
Kupama.
Is it the case?
Oh, I don't think that's the case.
But do you think he's ever going to stand out tall whenever Chelsea becomes strong again?
I think he will.
He will.
Yeah.
Do you think he can replicate these numbers again this season?
This is a Premier League. I can't bet my life on that.
Okay.
How many goals did Alan score last season? About 30 plus.
Yeah.
Currently he's having, I think about just 18 goals. I don't know. 18 goals.
And we are left
seven
with
7 games to go. So it's obvious it will be very difficult for him to match the same numbers he actually got last season. So for the Premier League to be difficult. But I think it's very likely Kupama can still get double figures numbers with regards to goals next season if he still keep up. And after all, football is a, like you say, it's a team sport, so you still need good players around him.
So I was coming to that. So what do you think Chelsea should do to sustain the classness of Kupama and to also aid his development?
I think they should get better players around him.
By better players, what do you mean?
With better players, I mean most of their current players are not good enough.
Okay.
I don't want to mention, but most of them are not good enough. That's the main reason why Chelsea are struggling this season. So I think if you should get better enforcement, better players around Kupama, he might even be greater than what he's doing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think he would add more goals this season?
Before the season
Given
ends?
that we have 7 games left.
I think you'll be able to read the 20 goal mark before the season ends.
Are you going to bet on that?
Yeah.
How many goals do you think he's going to score?
20 plus. I can't give a direct figure about 20 plus.
He'll get 20 plus.
Yeah.
How many penalties? Is he a penalty merchant? Does he deserve that kind of accolade? Not even an accolade. I mean that
notion about him.
Yeah, that is
most people were saying, most of the goals he's scoring are penalties, but that's not entirely true. He's scoring some good goals. See the winner he scored against Manchester United, which was brilliant. Do you know with the Manchester United game, Garnacho was supposed to be awarded the player of the match. As at 90 plus 5th minutes, after Kupama scored that goal, then was reversed from Garnacho to Kupama.
Definitely, we can't take anything away from Kupama, and there's nothing we can take away from him. But it may be cruel that people would deride certain players what they deserve because they score penalties. But we have a certain Phil Foden in Man City who is giving us numbers, who is giving about 15 plus numbers. Yeah. If I'm not 15 goals this season without a penalty. Right. Do you think Kupama, with his numbers and Phil Foden's performance in Man City, makes us believe that he has this kind of world class, synchrony about him?
With Kupama? No. World class will be too big a title for him as it stands. This is first major season. This is first season where he has actually gotten the chance to play. To label him world class, come on. Even recently, Ferdinand was even saying Saka is not world class, but he still needs to win some trophies, get to some eyes before he can be labeled as world class. I think the past 2 years he has won England national team, their best player for the past 2 successive years. That's Bukayo Saka. But even with him, people are doubting whether he's a world class. I think to label Kupama a world class, come on. it's so early days here. It's too early to.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much, Listen, for giving us more about Kupama. We still have more for you viewers. We still have more insights. We still have more sports news to give you. But please, we can't do that without you. We can't actually give you more entertainment. We can't give you more content without you subscribing and putting on the notification bell. So please, I'm pleading with you, all of you, to please share, like, and watch. And don't forget to subscribe and put on the notification bell. Thank you. See you again.